Have you ever had a season where you felt like you were floundering? Like you're showing up, making content, building programs, but it just doesn't click? That was me for quite a few months. And then last week, I figured out why. Or maybe I finally came to terms with what I knew, but subconsciously pretended not to know. Do you ever do that? You know, but pretend not to know because maybe it's inconvenient to be responsible once you admit that you know? Yeah, I did that. Bottom line, I admitted to myself, I love business. I always have. I love helping people build businesses. I love the strategies behind much of it. I've helped folks go from 6 to 7 figures, even to the verge of 8. That's my flow space, building, knowledge alchemizing for a fresh take. But this past year, I shifted into focusing purely on individual happiness, which sounds noble, right? Everyone deserves to be happier. But here's the thing I've had to come to face. People don't often invest in themselves just to feel better. Over and over again, I have seen this. Hi, I'm the Knowledge Alchemist here at the Happiness Department, and today we're talking about our pivot and a lesson we've had to learn more than once. Let me take you back to my portrait photography studio days. Our main offering was called the Modern Glam Experience. It was amazing, a total transformation session, and people loved it, like life-changingly loved it. But we knew there were people who wanted to photograph with us, badly wanted to photograph with us, but just wouldn't allow themselves to book in. Then one year, we had a little revelation and decided to try it out. We changed one word in the name, just one. We changed the word glam to the word brand and created the Modern Brand Experience. Same exact service, same process, and pretty much the same results. Maybe with a little more empathy expression photos and a little less boudoir thrown in at the end, but actually, we went from being known for taking boudoir photos for people that didn't know how much they wanted boudoir photos of themselves to the photographers for people who didn't think they photographed well. Come on. Everyone can be photographed well when they are photographed responsibly. And that was the basis for what we did. We believe everyone is beautiful and everyone deserves to see themselves that way. But I have digressed. So we moved from primarily the Modern Glam Experience to the Modern Brand Experience. And now people saw it as an investment in their business, not just in themselves. And suddenly, boom, way more traction, like people traveling to us from other countries and other continents kind of traction. And that was my first proof for us. People are more willing to invest in their business than they are in their personal joy. So we smuggled in the joy. And I get it. One has much more measurable ROI. We don't measure mental well-being and prioritize it the way we do with, can I afford the meal out, the new shoes, the concert, etc. And this happened with our coaching as well. We did brand coaching and consulting as an off-menu offering to those that photographed with us. Then we moved it a bit more into the personal fulfillment space, and crickets-ish. But when we built our Unshakable Foundation program, it's inward-looking initially, but ultimately it's a program to help individuals pivot and launch a product or service that is fulfilling to them. This moves them into a fifth zone of functioning that we refer to as the Genius Zone of Service. That program, a one-on-one program, consistently had clients without even a website or online presence. So fast forward to this year, I went deep into happiness work, guiding individuals on how to flourish. And that's been good-ish. But I have felt a little off. Not quite dissatisfied, but like the stuff I was making didn't line up with who I actually wanted to talk to the majority of the time. And then it hit me. I had left businesses too far behind. See, the people I love surrounding myself with, the ones who often light me up the most, are business leaders, the bootstrappers, the entrepreneurs, the folks who are already taking risks, already building something. They're the ones I get a next level of satisfaction from when helping. And part of the reason I'm in so many masterminds, because when I guide or advise them with happiness and practices, when I help them flourish, it doesn't stop with them. They carry it into their companies, their clients, their teams. It multiplies over and over. And that's when it really clicked. I'm still in the human betterment business, but I need to get back into the business betterment business for the sake of the human betterment business. And that's what excites me, because business done right is one of the most powerful vehicles we have for change. It shapes culture. It influences how people spend their time, their energy, how they see themselves. So if we can make businesses healthier, happier, and more human, we're doing much more than just building companies. We're influencing and empowering better lives. I have a vision of a world where marketers don't focus on manipulating people with cognitive biases so much and FOMO and lack of enoughness. So that's the slight pivot we're making. Back to business, back to primarily helping leaders, creators, entrepreneurs weave happiness into the way they build. After all, happy people make more. So let me ask you, if you looked at your own business today, not just as a money-making machine, but as a human betterment machine, what's the first small change you'd make? Drop it in the comments. Let's start that conversation, because at the end of the day, this is business for the sake of people and people for the sake of progress. Because together we flourish. So let's work together. As a PS, sorry I made this so much about me in this video. I just wanted you to know what's going on, where we're coming from, and where we're going. And I dig transparency with you. All right. May life be amazing. I love you all.